Welcome everybody, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday, you know what that means. It is Spirit Pro Wrestling coming at you here tonight from Seattle, Washington. It is our first pay-per-view after WrestleMania, and it was a hell of a show that we put last month, but we are just kicking things into high gear. The stakes get high as our card here tonight will start things off with the Women's United States Champion Tiffany Stratton defending against Roxanne Perez, the woman who lost the title due to Rhea Ripley. But now tonight, Roxanne gets her opportunity once more to get the championship back.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's United States Championship.
And starting things off here, it is the prodigy Roxanne Perez, the woman that was holding the Women's United States Championship before Tiffany Stratton, as she held the championship for just under 45 days for a couple of months, up until Rhea Ripley caused a distraction, costing her the championship. And since then, Tiffany Stratton was able to win the title off of all the chaos. But now that Rhea is behind her, Roxanne is on SmackDown, and she is not worried about Rhea Ripley coming after her, as she knows that the next goal in her career next is to win back that United States title.
It's Tiffy time!
And when you talk about excellence, you don't keep Tiffany Stratton's name out of the conversation. The champion has held the title for just 86 days. She won it back from Roxanne Perez again, like I mentioned. She went to WrestleMania, successfully defended the title against the inaugural champion Bianca Belair, when Bianca felt like Tiffany was just making a mockery and just using the championship to make herself look better as a prop. But Tiffany has proved otherwise, that she was able to successfully defeat Bianca. I mean, obviously with the distraction thanks to Ludwig Kaiser. But tonight, she is looking to shut up the haters once again.
Introducing the challenger from Laredo, Texas, Roxanne Perez. And her opponent from Prior Lake, Minnesota, the Women's United States Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
And Tiffany Stratton not backing down from a fight. Roxanne Perez made her statement known when she arrived to SmackDown and came up to Tiffany Stratton and said, "I'm not done with you. I'm going to pretty much just take that championship back and go back to business." Tiffany Stratton, looks like these two women are going to have a bit of a stare down here. Tensions are high indeed between these two ladies. Here we go, the bell rings, the match is already underway, and Tiffany Stratton went for that cheap forearm there for like a split second. And now we've got a collar and elbow tie-up taking place here. It's Tiffany maintaining a lock here on Roxanne. You know, Roxanne has had her fair share of championship matches in the past. a lot of high stakes ones as well. We know that she competed. She's had multiple matches in the past with the women's world title, and to see Roxanne going for those stiff punches onto the champion, but Tiffany is gonna take a cheap shot there from the kick. And of course, as Ludwig Kaiser is always out here in ringside, he's always gonna figure out some way, shape, or form to help Tiffany Stratton win. But Roxanne, she's faced Tiffany in the past. She was very much on the verge of retaining the title during the original encounter, but now this time, I guess the only person just it would possibly interfere is Ludwig Kaiser. And Roxanne again wrenching the arm there of Tiffany Stratton. And still way more to come here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, our main event. It is the Men's World Championship on the line. It is Bron Breakker, the new Men's World Champion, defending against the Prince, Finn Balor. And then, of course, the Women's World Championship on the line. Bayley with her first defense post-WrestleMania against Asuka. And then we've got several other title matches as well that we'll get into later during the night. As Tiffany Stratton maintains that headlock there onto Roxanne. Again, great counter here. Great in-ring awareness by the Prodigy. I believe at only 24 years of age. Back elbows there by Tiffany Stratton. Looking for a punch there, but Roxanne slapped to the chest. And now these two women are gonna just slap the taste out of each other's mouths. See Tiffany telling her to bring it. No fear whatsoever. And a strong one there for Roxanne, but now these two are just gonna punch it out all the way up until they can't take it anymore. Oh, but it looks like Tiffany Stratton got the upper hand there. Cartwheel and a slam there by Stratton. And I don't know what's happening. The referee is completely distracted over there. If this is Ludwig's case, then I don't know why. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Gotta go there for a move there, but Roxanne back kicks there, and now she's gonna plant Stratton face down onto the mat. We're going for the cover here, but of course I see the referee being distracted by the concierge, I believe, and Ludwig Kaiser, who's just gonna do everything he possibly can to help Tiffany Stratton win. And Roxanne looking for the crossface here onto Stratton. Stratton's in trouble, looking to possibly lose the championship here tonight. But the referee is just glitching out right now. And Stratton in trouble once more as she stares up at the lights. Roxanne made her way up to the second turnbuckle. Gonna take a dive, and she successfully does so. Looking to walk out of here with the Women's United States title. Kick up there by Stratton, and now Roxanne caught her just in time with those stiff attacks there and the takedown. Tiffany trying to hoist the weight herself back up here. Roxanne gonna use the ropes as leverage here into the Hurricane. Brilliant athleticism there by the Prodigy into the cover, looking to win back the title. Oh, and a close near fall there by Stratton. And she's very much on the verge of possibly losing the championship. Roxanne could walk out of this thing as the first ever two-time Women's United States champion. I'm sorry, I just cannot talk right now. Here we go, Roxanne again goes for the crossface. Stratton's in trouble, looking to tap out here, looking to possibly lose her championship at the 86-day mark, but Stratton is gonna keep fighting to maintain that longer record. And she's got Roxy in the corner here. Back elbow there by the challenger. Another kick there by the champion. Try to grab Roxanne. Roxanne with another collar and elbow. Oh, but it looked like her back gave out there for a split second. Just enough time for an opening for Stratton to take advantage. That's the thing you've got to focus about in these kinds of matches, is you've got to really just be on your A game. One mistake would cost you everything. And that's exactly what had happened here with Roxanne. She just took her eye off the ball for just a couple of, just for like what, 2-3 seconds, that she was trying to maintain her back pain, and then look what ended up happening. Roxanne's trying to get some momentum again on the offense, but it's been all Stratton since then. And now again, wrenching the arm here of the Prodigy, looking to inflict as much damage as she possibly can. Just telling her to bring it over. Roxanne with the double knees into the corner there. Great thinking last minute, but so is Stratton here. Going for the roll-up, looking to retain the championship, but a kick out there by Roxanne. Burning, or I think it might be a burning hammer. I'm not too sure. I need to study up on the moves here. But Stratton again tried to attack Roxanne here. Wheelbarrow, possibly Steve's, and face planted her onto the mat. And now Roxanne setting her up here. Maybe could be going for Pop Rocks, and it looks like she is. And connected it. The Pop Rocks. We've got a new champion. Roxanne, is not gonna walk out just yet. She's gonna have to still fight a little bit longer if she wants to take down Stratton. Fight forever chance here. A great opener to the start of the show here. Roxanne reverse errata here onto Stratton again. And it doesn't seem like Ludwig has been interfering too much in this matchup, just pretty much earlier. Roxanne again focuses on just keeping Stratton down as she possibly can. She can't get too distracted here, is the case with this kind of matchup. Because Roxanne could get herself disqualified if she's not paying attention, and Stratton would still retain that kick up there by the champion. Oh, but Roxanne caught her just in time with that drop there by Roxanne. And now just trying to drag Tiffany's carcass into the middle of the mat to be able to pin her properly without a rope break. Oh my God, wait a minute. It looks like while the referee was distracted and while we were distracted, Ludwig Kaiser exposed that turnbuckle over there in the bottom right corner, and Tiffany was able to capitalize by whiplashing Roxanne into it. Smart strategy there from Ludwig. We didn't even see that. And Stratton's gonna capitalize on this. Roxanne got enough damage as Stratton hit the prettiest corkscrew into the cover, and it looks like Stratton retains her championship. All thanks to that man over there in the corner.
Here is your winner, and still the Women's United States Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
And a lot of people may not be happy with the outcome, but Roxanne took a shot at Stratton, and she unfortunately was not able to win her title back. Stratton looking to walk tomorrow with 87 days and counting as she retains the title. And then coming up next, speaking of championships, they've got the women's tag team titles on the line. It is RaKota's Raquel Rodriguez and Dakota Kai defending against the former champions, arguably known as one of the best champions, Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan. And Liv Morgan tonight, focused and ready to go. I believe the last time that they were in contention for the women's tag team titles was whenever they were feuding with the Queen's Court. Tonight they are looking to test the champions. Liv and Bliss held those titles for 140 days, defended it against some of the best teams in the women's division. Alexa Bliss, she of course had an Intercontinental title match not too long ago against Kairi Sane before WrestleMania. Now it looks like these two are united as a duo once again to win some championship gold. Dakota and Raquel, the defending tag team champions, as they walk out here representing their brand on Monday Night Raw. And of course, we know the rule of the cross-branded titles is if you hold the title, you could pretty much just go to either brand to defend it. And in this case, Liv and Alexa were drafted over to Raw along with RaKota. Both of these teams have an opportunity once again. Dakota and Raquel holding the tag team championships just under 57 days, and it could be counting after tonight. You know, the longest record belongs to Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. That they mentioned that was the goal that they were looking to reach as champions.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, the team of Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss. And their opponents, the team of Raquel Rodriguez and Dakota Kai.
We're set for this championship title defense. I believe this is Dakota and Raquel's second championship title defense. You know, their first one was at WrestleMania when they successfully defended and retained the titles against Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. Then on No Way Out, that was when they had won the titles, and it looks like Raquel already going right after Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan looked like she missed a counter there, using the ropes to her leverage, and takes down Raquel here. Big Mommy Cool, as I guess she likes to call herself. And then Dakota Kai names herself as the captain of Team Kick. And then Morgan with that kick there onto Raquel. We know Dakota's story is, you know, she was teamed with Tegan Nox for quite a long time as Team Kick, but ever since she aligned herself with Raquel Rodriguez, she's felt like she's related more towards her, as both of these women had a good amount of momentum last year in Spirit Pro Wrestling, and they felt like they were undervalued and overshadowed by a lot of the talent that have came after them. And I mean, I can agree with that statement. Raquel Rodriguez had literally competed at WrestleMania last year for the women's world title, and Liv Morgan with that drop kick there, using the ropes as Morgan looking to successfully win back the championships for her team, but a kick out there by Raquel. And then you can't forget about Dakota Kai. Dakota had been the inaugural Intercontinental Champion when she defeated her former best friend in SmackDown last year. Then Dakota ended up losing the title to Kairi Sane. And then since then, they felt like they had lost a lot of momentum as singles competitors since then. And then you've got Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss. Both of these women were put together, and they have just had instant chemistry since the day that they started teaming with each other. They took on a lot of valiant competitors before in the past. I can't even go into full detail of just everybody they've competed against for the titles. You see Dakota Kai being brought back up to her feet there. Liv Morgan, those multiple punches. And the advantage with the kick there. And again, makes the tag to her partner Alexa, and now she enters the fray here. As Bliss try to go for an attack, but Dakota, her kicks are just too quick and fast here. The former champions have defended against the likes of course, the Unholy Union, and then they were feuding with the Queen's Court for a little while as well. There you go, referee going for the cover here as Raquel looking to retain the title, but it looks like it was a kick out here by the challenger, and a drop kick there by Alexa. And another attack here from the challenger makes the tag to Morgan. They've got to think about what they could possibly do here to capitalize and take advantage of this thing. Again, another attack there by Morgan. You see Dakota try to reach for the tag. She was able to do so, but Morgan just caught her right in the nick of time with that drop kick there. Makes another tag to her partner, and now we've got Alexa Bliss and Dakota Kai that are going to fight it out here. Ooh, and a cheap shot there by Bliss. Was able to just catch her just in time here. Collar and elbow there for a split second. Alexa Bliss Irish whipping Dakota into the corner as she was able to escape out of it into that bicycle kick there. Onto the Goddess. Onto Miss 5 Feet of Fury. Back elbow there by Bliss. Dakota is not in trouble just yet, though. I mean, she's able to still power through with as much strikes that she can possibly catch here. And it looked like Alexa was trying to trip her, but she was able to catch it just ahead of time here. Look at brilliant athleticism there by Dakota, finishing her off into the kick and a stomp there. Gonna keep her winded there for a couple of seconds, if I'd say so myself. And I think she was thinking possibly about going for the tag to her partner, but it doesn't look like she was going to make that decision just yet as she throws her into that turnbuckle. My God, got a good amount of damage here, but Alexa Bliss grabbed the leg of Dakota Kai and just planted her face first. You see her trying to lift herself back up, and with this, you've got consistent tags by the challengers, and there's a reason why they held the tag team titles for the amount of time that they did. And it looks like Morgan taking the cheap shot here to Raquel. Try to go for another one here, but Raquel was able to fight out of it. And now Dakota Kai focusing her attention onto Liv Morgan. Again, Irish whip here into the corner, make the tag to her partner, and now the double team by the champions. The arm here, using the kick to their advantage. Raquel is the powerhouse of the group, and then you've got Dakota Kai as the striker. Sniper, as I guess she likes to call herself. Raquel back elbow there onto Morgan. I think one of the biggest threats in this match is definitely Raquel. They've got to be able to keep her down as much as they possibly can. But she makes the Irish whip there into the corner onto her team, looking to tag in Dakota, but it doesn't seem like she wanted to do so just yet. And now Raquel with that wrench there, it seems. Oh, but Alexa was able to break it up in time. That was interesting coming. It was very interesting seeing that out of Raquel's moveset, out of her arsenal. You know, she's got a couple of tricks up her bag of tricks here as she goes for that elbow drop onto Morgan. Alexa Bliss is completely stunned over there in the corner with nowhere to go and nothing that she can be able to do. And with that, Liv Morgan just was able to reverse it in time so that she can give her partner enough time to recover, while Liv Morgan focusing her attention and threw her into the post. And Morgan now focusing her attention on just stomping down the champion. And now that Alexa was able to recover back, Liv Morgan tagging her in here. And now Bliss is fired up. Go back elbow there by Alexa Bliss, going for the cover here, looking to put her away to win back the championships. And a kick out there by Raquel. Tried to become two-time women's tag team champions here, but it looked like a second time was not going to do it, as she was just able to kick out of that just very effortlessly. Knee there by Raquel and lifting her up here possibly for a power slam, but oh my goodness, what a move there by Raquel. Liv Morgan realized that Alexa might not be able to get up from that, but Liv wasn't able to get up from that clothesline. And now Raquel setting for something up here. Maybe going for a Chingona bomb onto Liv Morgan. And I think that's exactly what she's doing. The powerhouse in Raquel hit the Chingona bomb on Liv Morgan. And now here comes Dakota Kai. And Bliss trying to slap Dakota from all the way over there. But it looked like Liv Morgan was in the way. And oh my God, it looks like Dakota tried to go for a... I think it was a chiropractor. I'm not too sure, but Alexa Bliss was able to just save herself there. Like a slap to the face there. Now just keeping Dakota on her feet for as long as she can up until here, as she drops her onto the mat. And both women are just winded here, as Alexa and Dakota just have to get a couple of seconds to breathe. And now focusing again on their attention. Dropkick there by Bliss. And now Dakota focuses again on the challenger. Liv Morgan watches on as her partner hits those back elbows there. Try to go for a dropkick there. It seems a basement dropkick. Dakota with the forearm. And now it looks like Alexa has got some blood now on her face, and a kick out there though. It's going to take a little bit more longer than that to get her taken down. And it looked like she hit the double knees there. And now Dakota. Oh, Irish whip for the turnbuckle. Oh, wait a second. Liv Morgan accidentally just hit her own partner. And now these two just slugging it out here as Liv Morgan frustrated Alexa. Wait a second. Oh, and another miscalculation. Raquel taking advantage of a distracted duo. And they're just going to stop it out as much as they possibly can here. Oh, but Liv was able to get back up, though, just in time to hit that running knee into the corner, the running bulldog. I don't know what she could possibly be thinking at this point. Maybe heading for Oblivion or something. Try to go for another move here, but Raquel... Irish whip again in the ropes, and now Morgan gets Raquel taken down. And this time they're able to reconnect here, recalibrate as a team. There was a bit of miscalculation that had happened there between these two. But as long as they stay on the same page, they could possibly win back the championships. And now Bliss setting up for a DDT here onto Raquel. Into the cover here, looking to win back the titles. But Dakota Kai is not going to let that be an easy feat for her whatsoever. Again, tag to Morgan. And now she enters this matchup here. Back elbow there by Raquel Rodriguez. Was able to get back up just in time. But now lifting Morgan and taking her back down on the mat. At the end of the day, Gravity is going to be the winner here. Back elbow there by Raquel Rodriguez. Again, a strong clothesline onto Liv Morgan. And again, lifting her up onto her feet. Another Irish whip. It looked like she was trying to send her to the outside. A back elbow there again by Raquel. Here we go. Going to the roll up here. Looking to pin Liv Morgan. Wait a second. Grabbing the tights here. Oh, but Raquel managed to score the win. Obviously using not very...
Here are your winners, and still Women's Tag Team Champions, the team of Dakota Kai and Raquel Rodriguez.
I was about to say not they won this thing, maybe not in the fairest way, but the record books are going to state otherwise. That Raquel and Dakota successfully retained the titles here tonight, as these two will be able to walk out holding the gold. But coming up next, you've got Randy Orton, a man who came out of a gruesome I Quit match with Damian Priest against the newest face of the Raw roster, Austin Theory, the former BCW heavyweight champion, looking to make a name for himself.
A-Town.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, Austin Theory.
And not a lot of people are very fan favorites of Austin Theory, but you gotta give credit where credit is due. This man came from BCW and had a questionable run with the heavyweight title, and what I mean by questionable is that a lot of people didn't really like his run, but the history books will always say that he held and will always be the longest reigning champion at 259 days. He arrived to Raw and he went right after one of the biggest sharks in the water in Randy Orton. And if Austin Theory, if this young kid is able to defeat Orton tonight, a man that has gone through hell and back before, could you imagine what that can do for his career?
And his opponent from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 295 pounds, the Viper, Randy Orton.
And Randy Orton, again, like I mentioned, the Apex Predator. He went through one of the most intense matches in Spirit Pro Wrestling history, the I Quit match. We saw how Randy came out of, how he walked in and walked out of that match against Damian Priest. But now he no longer has to focus his attention or worry about Priest going after him. But I think after that match, he ended up being a bigger target, especially from Austin Theory. Randy Orton looking to prove to everybody that he is not here on Raw so that people can make a name out of his expense. That he is here for the same reason that everybody else is, and that is to be the man in this company, to be the men's world champion of Spirit Pro Wrestling. And he will do any means that he can and take as many roadblocks that he has to overcome to get to that goal. Look at the match starts here, and Austin Theory tried to immediately go after Randy Orton. Wait a second, Austin Theory going for the roll-up here to put away Randy Orton quickly, and a kick out though by the Viper. Could you have imagined if Austin Theory had pinned Orton just like, less than 10 seconds into the matchup? That would have been very humiliating for Randy Orton, but these two are going to start things off here properly with that collar and elbow tie-up. Again, the referee trying to keep these two separated, and Austin Theory is going to take a cheap shot here. And again, Austin Theory was drafted to Raw from Blade Championship Wrestling. He had signed his Raw contract not too long ago, and when he arrived, he made it very known that he was... Oh, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there. He made his statement very known that he was going to be at the top of the brand In order to do so, he went right after Randy Orton. So this will be a battle between these two. Of who can make a name from the other. I mean, Randy Orton's got really a lot more to lose in this situation. He's got the resume, he's got the credibility, and Austin Theory has got nothing to lose, really. From Randy Orton, win or loss here. The referee's at a 4 count, and now Theory is just gonna celebrate for just a couple of seconds, maybe take a breather here, but gotta go for a slap to the face there to Randy Orton, and Randy setting him up for a power bomb, it seems, onto Austin Theory, and he got him. Oh, and another takedown, and threw him onto the apron there on the side of the ring, and Randy Orton's gonna fly. Usually not very, we don't see him up there all the time, but when he does, you get to see a flying Viper. Oh, and a wheelbarrow kick there by Austin Theory. And again, trying to go after the arm here of the Viper, trying to take him down as much as he possibly can. Austin Theory could very much put himself up there on top of the radar if he's able to overcome Randy. Another combination of just punches between one another. Takedown there by Orton. Now just continuing to stomp on Austin Theory, trying to keep him down, trying to inflict damage on every body part that he possibly can. The setup for the RKO to not make it easy for him to counter it. Cover there, kick out there by Theory. Here we go. Randy wasted no time, though, as he hit him with the RKO. And Austin Theory in trouble here as he goes for the pin, but instead Theory is going to still fight out of it. And Randy again going at the second turn, or the middle turnbuckle here, but Austin Theory able to reverse it just in time. Threw him to the outside, and down goes Orton. In theory, this gives him just a couple of seconds to really recover and catch his breath here. He's got to strategize here and think about what he's got to do to beat Randy Orton in this case. I think it'd be pretty fair to say if Damian Priest and Randy Orton, if they could go through that gruesome feud and Austin Theory is able to beat Randy Orton on their first matchup, I mean, you've got to admit that puts a lot on Theory's name here. But Orton throwing in another corner and another attack there as he used it to his advantage. I apologize for that noise in the background. There's a bunch of crazy people that are blasting their stupid music for whatever reason. And Randy Orton again tried to take him, keeping him on the top here, and instead brings him back down. Austin Theory, you see him holding his elbow there. But I think the biggest thing that he should not do in this case is let Randy know that he's injured there, because he's going to dissect it as much as he possibly can. Orton looking to choke out Theory, the same move he used to win last month at WrestleMania. But he threw him back into the corner. Austin Theory with that punch of his own. Wheelbarrow kick again. And now Randy looks like he's going to be unable to see here from the blood in his face as Austin Theory in trouble. Orton again focusing his attention, riling up the crowd here, setting things up for the RKO as the Viper heads to cover Theory, and that's gonna be the end of the night.
Here is your winner, the Viper, Randy Orton.
He barely broke a sweat there, but you gotta give credit to Austin Theory for stepping up to Randy Orton, a man as dangerous as Randy Orton, as he's gonna walk out of here tonight with a victory under his bag. Successful win here for the Viper. Coming up next, we've got the men's tag team titles that are on the line. It is the new champions, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, that are set to defend against the men that they faced in the Dusty Classic, last year's Dusty winners, Julius and Brutus, the Creed brothers. And Julius and Brutus, like I mentioned, they won last year's Dusty tournament, and they ended up being face to face with Roman and Seth. They ended up getting eliminated by the eventual winners of the tournament, but after Roman and Seth won the titles, Diamond Mine stepped up to them on SmackDown and said, you know, we had a hell of a fight during the tournament, but now that we know that the Raiders are been taken down, it's going to make their jobs easier to win the titles. And Roman and Seth once again reunited, and it feels so good. The Shield went on to win the Dusty tournament. After they teamed together, they felt like the only way that they could really settle their differences was to test their alliance as a duo, and they shocked a lot of people when they won the Dusty tournament, faced the Viking Raiders, and defeated them for the championships. But now they have a huge target put onto them. They have a bounty set on them, as every team now in this company
The following
is out against
contest
them.
is a tag team match scheduled for one fall and is for the men's tag team championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 515 pounds, Brutus and Julius, the Creed brothers. And their opponents at a combined weight of 482 pounds, the men's tag team champions, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, the Shield.
When Roman and Seth looking to walk out of here tonight, as this now marks their 29th day as World Tag Team Champions of the Men's Tag Team Division. And they've got a huge task ahead of them to take on the Creed brothers. Here we go. We start this match off here as both teams just too prideful to lose here tonight, running it back from their Dusty tournament last month. As Brutus makes the tag, and now these two, they've had the experience against Roman and Seth. They've lost against them, so they know what to do right and what to do wrong this time. But Roman and Seth are not looking to lose their first title defense, especially when they had, I guess, just started getting comfortable with each other pretty much. And Ivy Nile over there in the corner here to support the Creed brothers as Roman Reigns try to go for an attack onto Brutus. Creed with that clothesline to the back. We got Brutus, Irish whip into the corner. Roman was able to maybe get him into his corner, but Brutus back elbow there. As one half of the Creed brothers gets taken down by the tribal chief, the head of the table, as he just continuing to stomp on Brutus. I mean, you've got a case where it's brothers by this business and then brothers by blood. It's really just got to be a case of who is going to walk out of here with the advantage and the win, as Rollins, now the legal man in the matchup, focusing his attention on taking down Brutus. Creed, one of the biggest strengths for them, of course, is their tag team chemistry. And they have to, Seth is really just has to try and keep Brutus and Julius separated from each other, because once they start kicking it up a notch, I mean, it's pretty much just going to be hard for them to stop. We go Brutus, gotta go for a move here, but oh my god, and a slam there by that challenger. As Julius looking to deadlift Rollins into the German suplex. Again lifting up the visionary, the revolutionary. Irish whips him in the rope here, and now here comes his brother Julius. Double team here from the Creed brothers. Just those stiff shots there to the knees. Just at this point, they're just toying with Rollins right now. They know that there's not much that they can do if they're separated, and so they're gonna just use those quick tags and double team sequences to their advantage. And now here comes Roman. It looked like Julius didn't realize that Seth had tagged himself out, and because of it, he was able to pretty much get out of it. Stop to the hand there on from Roman Reigns here. They go lifting it back up, but instead Julius gets him taken back down onto the mat, and now Julius Creed, collar and elbow tap for a split second. Irish whip into the corner and makes the tag again to Brutus. These two with the athletic college football background. That tackle there from Roman. But Roman, I mean, he's also had his, his background as well in football. I mean, he's also played, he's played it before in the past, so he's definitely used to getting, some tackles and some hits in. And then obviously you've got Seth Rollins, who had always been training to be a professional wrestler for the longest time, but Roman was born into this family. Born into this business from his family. Julius and Brutus, both athletic Olympic competitors. Let's take down there, and now Brutus watching along as Roman Reigns is just taking advantage of one of the Creed brothers here, and another scoop slam there as Roman again makes the tag to Rollins, and now he's going to enter this matchup. Maybe see what he's going to be able to just cook up for a couple of minutes here until he eventually would need to make a tag. Oh my god, though, and it looks like Brutus just brought back Julius brought back Rollins into this thing. Tried to go for a double team, but Rollins caught him just in time, was able to stop it just in the nick of time here. Rollins going for that leg there. He knows that a lot of their advantage is going to be their quickness and using their legs and their speed, but Julius deadlifting Rollins like he was a child. Now Irish whip again into the corner here, another tag to Brutus. And if he could set up the Brutus ball, it would pretty much just be done and over. A brilliant double team sequence there by the challengers as Brutus going for the cover here, but the referee was distracted for a split second. Or a kick out there from Rollins. See Ivy Nile stressing over there in the corner. Trying to do any means necessary to help our team here win the titles. Julius and Brutus have felt like they have been underappreciated and undervalued for the longest time here by Roman Reigns. Oh my God, though, and Julius watching along as his brother just threw Roman Reigns right at Rollins. And now Julius focusing on attacking the tribal chief here with that forearm. And now again dragging him to the middle of the ring. Very smart of him to not allow him to grab the rope here. Go back elbow there by Julius Creed. Again, collar and elbow tie up there for a split second, throwing Roman outside of the ring, and down he goes. And Julius now focusing his attention on Rollins, as Rollins got stunned from being thrown inside, and again, here comes Brutus. It feels like the Creed brothers have had most of the advantage in this matchup, as Roman and Seth's title reign could be at jeopardy here. Brutus with the elbow drop. It looked like the same form that the Macho Man Randy Savage had at one point. Again, makes the tag to Brutus. Another double team here by the Creed brothers. As long as these two can maintain this chemistry, they could possibly actually walk out of here with the titles. Oh, by Roman with the Superman punch onto Julius, into the cover. Ivy Nile. Oh, wait a second. It looked like I was going to say Julius had managed to kick out, but Brutus realized for a split second he might not be able to get out, and he was about to break up the pin there for a split second. Again, makes the tag to Brutus. And here comes the Creed brothers once again. It's just been consistent tags. It's been consistent tags, and it's been great double team chemistry from the Creed brothers. And Roman Reigns, though, still managing to fight through here, using all of his weight to throw himself onto Brutus Creed here. And now Roman. You'll see the stiff punches there from the tribal chief. Looking to... And it had been quite a long time since Roman had actually won some championship gold, and Seth's recent title run was with the World Heavyweight title. It looked like double team there from the Shield Powerbomb as he connected it. Rollins able to put down... We're going to put down Brutus. Oh, but I managed to break it up there by Julius. Seth Rollins focusing his attention. Knee to the face there from onto Brutus. And Rollins setting him up here, possibly slap to the chest. A receipt of his own there from Brutus, but Seth caught him in time. Seth caught him in time for the pedigree. Takes down the Creed brother into the cover here. And Julius, I don't think he realized that he's in trouble. Oh, and Rollins managed to get the pinfall in the win.
Here are your winners, and still the men's tag team champions, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, the Shield.
They were able to pull it off and retain. Wait a second, the Eric and Ivar. Haven't seen them since WrestleMania, and now I don't think they are done with Roman and Seth just yet. A lot of pent-up frustration from losing the titles, but we've got to move on the card here, ladies and gentlemen, as we've got coming up next. It is the champion, the three-time Women's World Champion, Bayley, defending against the woman that she took on as the final boss before Mania in Asuka in the Chamber match. And we're going to find out tonight who walks out as champion.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's World Championship.
And Bayley walked out of WrestleMania last month. She is in the first ever women's main event in WrestleMania for Spirit Pro Wrestling's history. And she walked out by defeating Charlotte, taking back the women's world title. And she took it to SmackDown with her. And now that she's pretty much away from Charlotte, she's got a whole field of fresh new competitors to take on, including this woman in Asuka. And Asuka is no stranger to this game, to this business. The longest reigning champion in Spirit Pro Wrestling history in both either men or women. 645 is the amount of days that she held the same title that Bayley holds on her shoulder in the Women's World Championship. And Asuka, again, like I mentioned, these two were the final two in the chamber match back in March, where the winner would take on Charlotte.
Introducing the challenger from Osaka, Japan, Asuka! And her opponent from San Jose, California, the Women's World Champion, Bayley!
And that is what it is all about. The biggest prize in the women's division, it is the world title. We're down to our final two world title matches. The bell rings as we start the match off here. Asuka already immediately going for those vicious strikes, punches, and kicks as she possibly can, as Bayley walks into this matchup 29 days into her title run, and it could end at 29 if Asuka is able to win back the championship. Again, like I mentioned, Bayley was finally able to recapture the women's world title. This was, I believe, her third time winning the championship. And now this time, there's no Charlotte in her way. You know, nobody like that to interfere in her title run. But Asuka still stands as a huge target. Asuka was the final collar and elbow tie-up here to start the match off here a little bit for a second. Oh, but Asuka took down Bayley here. Again, like I mentioned, Asuka was the final competitor to get to WrestleMania. And Bayley telling her to bring it. Slap me in the face, she said. Bayley, if there's one thing that both of these women love, and it's to fight. Asuka especially. There was a reason she held the championship for the amount of time that she did. Bayley, at this point, she's just going to try to survive. This isn't just any competitor that she's dealing with. She took down Asuka, or was barely able to take down Asuka in the chamber matchup when both of these women were already battered and bruised. In this case, this is two fresh competitors. And it's really going to put to the test Bayley's title run, and a kick out, though, by the role model. You know, Bayley now is the biggest dog in the yard. Everybody wants to be the women's champion. But no one is anybody really satisfied with the amount of pressure that comes into it. I think it just depends on who you ask. I think if you asked Asuka that same question, she would just laugh in your face, more than likely. Here we go, Asuka. Now going and wrenching the arm here of Bayley. Very smart of Asuka to go after the arm so that Bayley would be unable to connect the Bayley to belly very easily. Back elbow there by the champion. Let's see these two women back up onto their feet. Another collar and elbow tie up for a split second. Asuka with an Irish whip Bayley onto the ropes. You try to go for a back kick here, but instead Asuka was able to catch her just in time there with the hip attack. At this point, Asuka is just having fun with Bayley. Just no sympathy, no remorse whatsoever here. And she hoists her up here, but Bayley managed to take her back down. Gotta go for an attack there, but Asuka was able to slip out of it just in time. Another move here, but instead Bayley countered with the move of her own with those punches. Try to go for a shoulder tackle. Asuka barely was able to get out of it. And a strong German suplex into the bridge here. Asuka to win the title, but instead Bayley's gonna kick out. There we go, Bayley once again, and just these two just continuing to do everything they possibly can there. Strong forearm by the role model and a back elbow there by the challenger. Doing everything that they possibly can here. As Asuka focusing her attention on keeping Bayley just grounded as much as she possibly can. She can hit her with the Asuka lock. That'll be just enough time to catch her. And Asuka with the combination strike. Cover here as Bayley could be on the verge of losing the title, but it's not going to be an easy roller coaster for Asuka to go through if she wants to win back the championship. Could maybe, you know, even go for another 600 days if Asuka really wants to. A nice strong drop kick there by the challenger. As Bayley just barely hoisting herself back up here. With an attack, and she managed to do so. Down goes Asuka. And now Bayley feeling the energy of the crowd here. Another Irish whip in the corner there onto Asuka. Attack of her own. Another attack there from Asuka. Again, Bayley setting her up for maybe the Bayley to belly. It looked like she missed. She thought about hitting it there for a second, but I guess she probably changed her mind about doing so. She had something else in mind here. Going for the cover. Oh, but it's not even close. It's not even close to 3 there. Asuka, you gotta do a hell of a lot more to take her down. And another German suplex there by the Empress. Again, Bayley taking her down. While she's setting her up for possibly Bayley to belly. Instead, she's going for the rose plant. Bayley dropped her right on her face. And now the champion looking to retain here tonight. Cover now. Oh, Asuka's gonna power through. Gonna take a little bit more longer than that if she wants to, you know, really just put her away here. There's Asuka. I don't know what Bayley could possibly have in mind. Second, a baseball slide there by the champion. This is awesome. Chants echoing through the arena here as Bayley just hit the Bayley to belly there for a split second. Onto the outside, onto Asuka. Like her cover here, can she manage to put her away here in this matchup? Or would a kick out though by Asuka? I don't know what she could possibly really do in this case. Bayley's got something in mind here. She's gonna set up for possibly the rose plant. Is she able to hit it? Oh, and she does! The rose plant onto Asuka. Bayley to retain the championship tonight. Oh, but Asuka again powers through. And if you are Bayley right now, you've got to be thinking, what the hell do I got to do to put her away? Do I have to hit her with another rose plant? Is it another Bayley to belly that I have to do? I'm not quite sure in this case. I can't even answer that question for you. Snake Eyes, though, into the corner to Asuka. As Bayley telling her to bring it. She needs Asuka up on her feet. Back elbow there from the champion. Another back elbow there onto Asuka. No idea what she could be setting for herself up here, though. Asuka was able to counter and slam Bayley back onto the mat, able to throw her down. And, of course, Asuka removing the turnbuckle, doing any means necessary to win tonight and walk out with the women's world title. Asuka doesn't give a damn about Bayley's story or how long it took her to get to this point. She's into this business for herself, and that's how it really should be around here. Another attack there by the Empress. And it looks like Asuka again is going to take it to the skies, but Bayley countered just in time. And an Irish whip into the ropes here. Back elbow there by Bayley. And now going for the cover here. Is she going to be able to put her away? Referee, cover now. And she got her. Bayley retained the women's title.
Here is your winner, and still the Women's World Champion, Bayley!
Successful defense tonight by the champion. Was able to defeat Asuka at 100%. No excuses whatsoever to say, you know, that, oh, you only won because I was already hurt and this and that. The stakes were set and the title was retained. As we head into our main event tonight, it is the new Men's World Champion Bron Breakker defending against the former champion Finn Balor. The match that was supposed to happen originally at WrestleMania, but with Dragon Lee's interference that didn't happen. Tonight, they get the one-on-one in our main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Men's World Championship.
Talk about excellence, you talk about poise. You mentioned Finn Balor. He claims he was not, it wasn't a claim, we know for sure. Finn Balor was not the one that got pinned in the triple threat match at WrestleMania. Instead, it was the former champion, Dragon Lee. Tonight, Finn Balor is looking to reclaim what he says is his world title. The match that he felt like should have happened at WrestleMania if the cash-in had not occurred. And Balor tonight looking to walk out of here as a two-time men's world champion, the man that carried this company for the last couple of months, the #1 draft pick in the Spirit Pro Wrestling draft, by the way. But Bron Breakker, on the other hand, the Royal Rumble winner, or the 2026 Royal Rumble winner, went on to WrestleMania, had the match set with Balor, and then of course we know that it ended up becoming a triple threat. Breakker walked into the matchup. He promised the world that he was going to walk out as the world champion one way or another, and he kept his promise. He defeated Dragon Lee. He walked out with the title, and he said he's not afraid of having to put Balor down in the dirt.
Introducing the challenger from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds, Finn Balor. And his opponent from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, the men's world champion, Bron Breakker.
I believe Breakker had only really just held the championship so far for less than a month. But Balor is looking to reclaim the title that he's felt that was robbed from him from the cash-in when Dragon Lee beat him at No Way Out. To go to WrestleMania, get the rematch, and then Bron Breakker winning the title without even having to pin Balor, and the match starts, and Bron Breakker already looks like he's showing no fear, no intimidation whatsoever from the former champion. And it's just so weird because we're so used to seeing Balor holding championship gold around his waist and his shoulder, but this is a different game now. You've got competitors that are coming in, they're making a name for themselves. Bron Breakker, of course, the former United States champion, so he's had his own success with holding some gold in the past, and now these two just throwing fists at each other. And now another onslaught. And a move there by Bron Breakker, and again a collar and elbow tie up to start the match off here. Not going to spend too much time, wasting, or, just to kind of feel each other out here, see what it is that they would have to do in this case to understand their strengths, their weaknesses, that kind of thing. And Breakker right now is just wrenching the neck of Balor, keeping him grounded for as long as he possibly can, but Balor went right after the jaw there of the champion. Breakker with the headbutt. Headbutt there by Bron, into the cover, and a kick out though, once again, from Finn. I don't know what he could be thinking of here, another collar and elbow it seems, but right for the nice high jumping knee there from Bron Breakker. Again, it looks like he's going to fly up here to the top. Bron Breakker also very familiar with taking it to the skies when he needs to. But Balor was able to counter it in time. Oh, but he was not able to counter out of that one. Breakker's got Balor onto his shoulders with that power bomb. Nice attack there from the champion. Again, Finn Balor counter. Bron Breakker going for the roll-up. The same move that he used to defeat Dragon Lee. And a kick out, though, by Balor. And again, he's telling him to bring it to any means whatsoever to take him down. Balor again gets so from the champion. Now these two just continuing to take each other on as much as they possibly can. And again, like I said, the next pay-per-view that we've got coming up is pretty much just going to be Vengeance Day. It's going to be Vengeance. And you don't really know who could walk into that show as the men's world champion. It could either be Bron Breakker, it could be Finn Balor. In this case, it looks like it might be Finn, as he's got some momentum and he's got some offense that he's hitting here onto the champion. Balor, double stomp into the coup de grace. Standing coup de grace by Balor, looking to win back the championship. Finn, 2 belts. Oh, and a kick out here by Bron. I was going to say it can't be Finn 2 belts. I mean, he was already Finn 2 belts at one point when he unified the title. And now Finn Balor telling Bron to bring it. Another attack there by the challenger. And it's weird because I'm not used to calling Finn the challenger. That's the thing. But it is what it is. Maybe it might not even be for too long if he's able to win here tonight. Breaker with an attack of his own. He's not going to make this easy whatsoever. I don't think anybody would really. And again, Balor, another attack there onto the champion. Again, going for the cover. Balor looking to win again the title. Oh, and a close near fall, though, there by Breaker. Could you imagine if he was able to put him away right then and there? Balor's got something else in mind. Maybe setting up for a 1916, but instead, Bron Breakker hits him with the spear and connected it. Finn ate all of it. Going for the cover now. Can he retain the title? And a kick out instead. Gonna take a little bit more longer if he's gonna want to put him away here. Again, another attack by Breaker. But Balor able to escape just in time with those punches and those kicks from the Prince. The infamous story of when the Prince became the king. I want to take down there, but it looked like Finn Balor miscalculated there for a second. Missed it there just a little while. As Finn is able to get Bron onto his knees just in time here. Went for an attack, but Breaker got out of it. And now Bron Irish whip into the ropes here, and another Hurricanrana there. Great athleticism by the badass Bron Breakker. Cover now, and the kick out here again by Balor. I don't know what more so you could possibly do here, as now Bron Breakker takes it to the skies and to the outside. As Balor and Breaker slugging it out here. And a double drop kick there. Onto Breaker. And now these two are just throwing hands. Just any second that they possibly can do so. Breaker with a strong German suplex. Referee's at a 3 count. It's only a matter of time till these two have got to get back in the ring. What a knee there. With double knees onto the challenger. And again, Breaker just using this time to taunt his opponent. And I think he realized that that's not how he wanted to win this matchup. He wants to beat Balor clean in the middle of the ring here. And I think if you're Finn Balor, I mean, you'd be pretty frustrated if that was the result. Just taking a count out or disqualification. Kind of a coward's way out, as a lot of people like to say. But Balor on the offense here. Forearm there by the challenger. Stiff forearm by Balor. Gonna knock some teeth out there. And then these two back inside the ring, once again focusing their attention on the competition here. And a nice attack by Balor. As these two just able to just try to reconnect, get themselves back up to their feet here. Breaker again, he's got Finn into the snake eyes over there in the bottom right turnbuckle. Cover now, is this it? Can he put him away to retain the title? And a kick out again. I don't know what you could possibly do in this case. If you're Bron Breakker, setting up another spear is exactly what he's gonna do. Cover now as Breakker walks out tonight. Oh, but instead Balor, he's going to keep pushing through. He's not gonna make this easy for Bron, but Bron has a few tricks up his sleeve with that attack. But Bron again using the ropes to his speed and to his advantage. And another one, a Hurricanrana, but instead Balor was able to pretty much learn his moveset now at this point to catch him in time. Breaker with his own reversal. Oh, but Balor, it's just now a back and forth between these two men. And here we go, Finn Balor setting up coup de grace. Instead, Breakker was able to get out of it. Breakker able to get out of the coup de grace. And now Balor again on the offense. Another reversal by Breakker. Irish whip in the rope here, setting up for a spear. Instead, Balor reverses once again. Reverse fest between these two. One of them's got to slip up. Again, another reversal by Balor. Oh, but he slipped there for a split second. Breakker trying to catch him. Breakker missed, though, as Balor hit him with the forearm. Now he's just taunting him. Balor telling him to bring it. You've got to be quick and light on your feet in this business, especially if you want to be the world champ. You got to be a quick thinker, and you've got to be on top of your A game. A nice leapfrog there by Breakker into the Hurricanrana there. Cover now. Breakker looking to win back, looking to retain the title here, and a kick out again by Balor. I don't know what you could possibly do in this case. Again, Breakker going for another pinfall. Maybe this time could be the case. Oh, but I think Finn Balor, he's starting to realize that Breakker's getting frustrated. And Finn Balor, this is exactly where he thrives on. He knows that Breakker, one of his weaknesses is he's very short-tempered. When he gets in the moment, all he wants to do is just go quick. And then Balor, on the other hand, he's a strategist. He knows when he's in the deep waters of a matchup, and he is able to plan accordingly. And I think that's what he's doing now, is that he has the offense right now. And Balor setting him up for the coup de grace on the outside. Both men are down and out. I don't even think both men are even going to be able to get back inside the ring. Could you imagine if this ended in a double count out? I think referee's at a 6 count. Oh, but Breakker is able to wake up just in time. Woke up just in time to get Balor back onto his feet. And Breakker with a punch there onto Finn Balor. He's going to be able to take him down here, and he's able to bring him back in. And Breakker setting up the spear here, possibly. But I think he's got something else in mind, though. I don't know what he could possibly be going for. Breakker's going to fly, though, with that. The burning hammer, I believe that's what it is. But anyways, I don't think Finn sees Breakker coming. He did not see that one. And now Breakker. Oh my goodness. Those stiff shots from the badass, from the dog, as he likes to call himself. Finn Balor reverses on the offense now. Leapfrog there by the challenger. Double takedown there. Using his weight to his advantage to take down Breakker, and a kick out by the champion. And Finn's not wasting any time right now, looking to just maintain as much momentum as he possibly can. He's on the offense, so he's got to make things quick here. And Balor again, he's got Breakker just stunned in the corner over there. He's thinking of a coup de grace here, maybe. Could possibly be going for it here. Balor ascending to the top rope is where he is most comfortable. Balor with a coup de grace. Cover now. Two-time men's world champion Balor to win back the championship tonight. Oh, and a close near fall by Breakker. If you are Finn Balor right now, I don't know what the hell you need to do in this case if you want to win the title back, because Finn is throwing everything he possibly can at Breakker, but it's just not enough. Oh, and another close near fall. Again, Bron is just barely able to hang on right now, and now it looks like Finn is getting frustrated. I don't think I've really ever seen Finn Balor in this kind of predicament. He's always been used to being in the dominating side of things, and now Breakker in trouble again. Balor with the drop kick. Had something else in mind, though. Oh, wait a second. Going for the roll-up here. Grabbing the legs. Balor in trouble. Oh, Breakker got him. Breakker was able to get him, and he got the win.
Here is your winner, and still men's world champion, Bron.
Breaker caught Balor right at the last second. 3 seconds was all he needed to take him down. Wait a second, Balor, what? What's going on here? Show of respect. Balor may not have liked the outcome, but he's not a sore loser at the end of the day. And Breaker's gonna celebrate here tonight after a successful title defense. Finn Balor making the statement known that he needed to be pinned, and I guess in this case he felt like Bron Breakker had to be properly crowned and he had to give him the title on his own will. But we thank you for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you in just a couple of weeks for BCW Fight Night Mexico, and then next month we've got Vengeance that will be taking place. Good night, everybody.